My name's Abdulfez, and I'm going to be hosting a new show for you entitled Japan, Super Race or No Race. Well, we'd like to document a few little truths or consequences here for you, because we know that everybody thinks Japan is really the land of the super people. And so we're not going to be making any judgments in this show. We're going to be letting you, the viewer, decide whether the Japanese have it or whether they don't. But we do like to document a few of the differences in cultures, and I thought I'd just steer you back here if I could. Right here, if you take a look at this, 4,179 yen, that's roughly about $41. And if you notice, this whole rack is full of $41 perfume boxes. I'd say there's probably at least $10,000 if you added it all up of perfume right on this rack here. And you might notice that the magnetic detector's over there. That's Japan for you, isn't it? So, you know, I don't want it to be accused of negativity too. Would this survive in anywhere, in anywhere else in the West? This stuff would have been walking off the shelf, wouldn't it? So let's be fair and reasonable about it. Here it sits. Hi. Back to the perfume stand, because there's just one little thing I forgot to add here, which is this. As I said, there's probably $10,000, $20,000 worth of perfume here. But you see, that's the way it is in Asia. Buy low, sell high. I would lay odds on my father's grave. Oh, someone just stole something. That's great. Did you hear that? Ah, fantastic. Good timing. I would lay odds on my father's grave that every single one of these perfumes is bootleg, probably made in China, banged out in southern China for probably about 50 cents a bottle, honestly. But we got brand names here. Here's, all of them. So, there you go. So if you come here, make sure you authenticate everything you buy. We're making a documentary here about Donki Hote in Japan. But it's not just about Donki Hote. It's going to be about your people, Japanese people. We're asking people in the West to judge, are the Japanese the super race, are they the best in the world? Because you hear that a lot here in Japan, don't you? Right? Okay, good. I thought you could tell me the truth. It's plain, but it's true. It's true, isn't it, though? No, it's true. It's Japanese people, they do say a lot of times they're the best, right? Yeah, it's true. Okay, thank you. I'm not making that up, right? I mean, that's okay. We don't mind. And we're going to be very fair, We're going to look at things and say, well, maybe they are the best, but maybe not. And sometimes we think maybe that's where the problem is, that they're willing to think, yes, we are the best, but if they're not, they don't want to see that, right? Yeah, okay. But that's human nature. That's the same all over the world. So the Americans think they're the best, too. They don't want to look at it. They never will. But we're not in America. We're in Japan. So when we get to America, we'll make that documentary, too, won't we? Well, I have been looking for some good toys for my daughter. There's some nice dolls. Okay, good. We've got some party things here. It's nice. Some nice little toys. There's ducks for the bath. Well, she'd like that. I like these novelty items. These are great. Oh, kids love these. These are fantastic. These masks and things, and it's great. I sure am glad they got a toy section here, aren't you? Wait, what's this? My God, it's a dildo. Did we somehow leave the toy section? Could you pan that way again, because that is the toy section, and then I'm confused.
It's good for your daughter.
I guess all this stuff's good for my daughter. Thank you. Yes. Hey, look. It's an artificial vagina. That's a must for any sort of self-respecting man. Great. What else do we have here? We've got some good artificial vaginas. All your lubricant creams. Okay. Today on the internet, on BBC Online, was a story about the schoolgirls in Japan and how they supplement their incomes by going on dates. They call them supplementary dates. It's not prostitution. They don't feel like they're prostitutes. But their boyfriends won't give them any money, and they want to shop for Prada bags. So basically, they arrange dates through phone dating services with older salarymen. These older salarymen find these young schoolgirls, and they are teenagers and even below 16 years old. At any rate, but the girls don't mind. Unfortunately, they said there's lots of problems with AIDS and pregnancy and all of those other sort of ancillary little problems that they don't want to worry about at that age. But anyway, this is the place where you buy all these kinds of great costumes, and you can see them. Here's the nurses' costumes and the schoolgirl costumes. Yeah, she doesn't exactly look like a schoolgirl, but I tell you, if you can look like a schoolgirl, your income is secure. Okay, great. So, and we just got lots of different varieties of schoolgirl dresses and stuff. It looks pretty high, doesn't it? Here we go. And look, they even sell them. Look, it even has a sort of a connotation towards sexiness, doesn't it? I mean, you're going to go to school with a top looking like that? I mean, honestly, you know, you'd be thrown right out of Middle England, wouldn't you? Hi, welcome back. Well, we're in the lingerie section now of Don Quixote, and this is the official Don Quixote sign, I thought I'd tell you. We're looking at a piece of merchandise here which retails for $40. That's 4,095 yen. It's about roughly $40. Down to 3,900 yen. Woo. We got a whole $10 reduction here. It's quite good. The nice thing about 39,000. Oh, wow! It's just reduced by $1, isn't it? Sorry about that. We got a $1 reduction on this size. Actually, what that means is that's before tax, so it actually costs. But if you look at this fabric, I mean, this is the best quality fake fabric you could ever find anywhere. Honestly, $40. This is the texture's like a mule blanket, is what it reminds me of. So if you like your beloved to be wearing a sort of mule fabric kind of cloth, you know, in bed, this is for you. This fake lace is about as scratchy as it gets. I mean, honestly, I've seen wool blankets less scratchier than this one. I haven't tried it on. I know it sounds like I have. But I'll probably be slipping into this later this evening, so if you just tune in later, you'll find me in one of these, I'm sure. Thanks. Hi, can you see this sign? Excellent. Because I'm in here in the fax department right now. This is the cheapest store in town, I can tell you. This fax machine costs 27,800 yen. You know, that's roughly about $270. Now, these people make fax machines. They have factories working day and night overtime, 365 days a year, making fax machines. I promise you that this is so expensive, it's incredible. You would think it would be cheaper than this. I mean, it's nearly $300 for a fax machine. I'm sure that they're cheaper in America, and that's been one thing people have complained about endlessly, that actually electronic goods here in Japan are more expensive than they are in the States. And it's absolutely true. Probably because they just have an overinflated economy, and the people here are being bludgeoned into paying more money for all of the products that are made just down the road at the Panasonic factory. So it really is a strange anomaly. Over here is another fax machine that's $3,700. I mean, that's almost $400. Is it? You know, could it really be worth that? A Sanyo fax? That's excellent. Why is it so expensive here? Nobody knows. It's time for our fairness campaign, and in all fairness, I know I was a bit hard in that last segment about the fax machine, so I want to say that if you're needing to pick up some cheap neon, this is the place, honestly. Facade, that's the name of the game here in the East. It's all smoke and mirrors, lots of bright lights, nothing behind it. Was that being derogatory? I don't think so. But honestly, check these prices out. They're very, very good. I mean, pretty good stuff here. I mean, have a look. I mean, wow. You know, it's pretty cheap. Pretty cheap. Look at this lovely little light here. It's only $16. I think that's pretty good. This spinning lights here, you know, it's a great selection. Look at all this lovely stuff here. This is really good. Got an excellent selection of lights here. I think this is great. I think these are most excellent for gifts, and, you know, I'd send them back home, but the compatibility for electronics and stuff, electrical, but, you know, I guess you can get a compatibility fuse thing. But I think this is pretty good. This light is only, how much is this? About $15, you know, so it's pretty good, pretty cheap, you know, not bad. They love this stuff, they really do. Okay. And these kind of lights too. Now, honestly, here, now let's take a look at something here. This is what I like. This is, you know, the Playboy sticker. I would bet on my father's grave that these people do not have a licensing agreement with Playboy Inc. or Hugh Hefner to have this sign on here. But that's how they get away with it, you know, here. They make money on Western names, brand names, and they sell low, buy low, sell high. If we walk down onto the street, and we probably will in another segment, there are many, many street sellers selling Rolex watches, you know, for about $150, and they look like real Rolex, and they actually have even reputedly have Seiko timepieces inside. I tell you something, having a fake Rolex watch is a good thing until somebody wants to cut your throat in London for it. I think dying for a fake Rolex is not a very good proposition.